Today's reading from the Old Testament, Leviticus 10:1 through chapter 11, verse 34. And the sons of Aaron, Nadab and Abihu, each take his censer and put the fire in them, and put incense on it, and bring strange fire near before Yahweh, which he has not commanded them. And fire goes out from before Yahweh and consumes them, and they die before Yahweh. And Moses says to Aaron, "It is that which Yahweh has spoken, saying, by those drawing near to me, I am sanctified, and in the face of all the people, I am honored." And Aaron is silent. And Moses calls to Ishmael and to Elizaphan, sons of Uzziel, uncle of Aaron, and says to them, "Come near, carry your brothers from the front of the holy place to the outside of the camp." And they come near and carry them in their coats to the outside of the camp, as Moses has spoken. And Moses says to Aaron and his sons, to Eleazar and Ithamar, "You do not uncover your heads, and you do not tear your garments, that you do not die." And he is angry on all the congregation. As for your brothers, the whole house of Israel, they lament the burning which Yahweh has kindled. And you do not go out from the opening of the tent of meeting, lest you die, for the anointing oil of Yahweh is on you. And they do according to the word of Moses. And Yahweh speaks to Aaron, saying, "You do not drink wine and strong drink, you and your sons with you, in your going into the tent of meeting, and you do not die, a continuous statute throughout your generations, so as to make a separation between the holy and the common, and between the unclean and the pure, and to teach the sons of Israel all the statutes which Yahweh has spoken to them by the hand of Moses." And Moses speaks to Aaron and his sons, to Eleazar and to Ithamar, who are left, "Take the present that is left from the fire offerings of Yahweh, and eat it unleavened near the altar, for it is most holy. And you have eaten it in the holy place, for it is your portion, and the portion of your sons from the fire offerings of Yahweh, for so I have been commanded. And you eat the breast of the wave offering and the leg of the raised offering in a clean place, you and your sons, and your daughters with you. They have been given for your portion and the portion of your sons, out of the sacrifices of peace offerings of the sons of Israel. The leg of the raised offering and breast of the wave offering, besides fire offerings of the fat, they bring in to wave as a wave offering before Yahweh. And it has been to you and to your sons with you by a continuous statute, as Yahweh has commanded. And Moses has diligently sought the goat of the sin offering, and behold, it is burned, and he is angry against Eleazar and against Ithamar, sons of Aaron, who are left, saying, "Why have you not eaten the sin offering in the holy place? For it is most holy, and he has given it to you to take away the iniquity of the congregation, to make atonement for them before Yahweh. Behold, its blood has not been brought into the holy place within. Eating you, eat it in the holy place, as I have commanded." And Aaron speaks to Moses, "Behold, today they have brought their sin offering and their burnt offering near before Yahweh, and things like these meet me. Yet I have eaten the sin offering today. Is it good in the eyes of Yahweh?" And Moses listens, and it is good in his eyes. And Yahweh speaks to Moses and to Aaron, saying to them, "Speak to the sons of Israel, saying, this is the beast which you eat out of all the beasts which are on the earth. Any dividing a hoof and cleaving the cleft of the hooves, bringing up the cud among the beasts, you eat it. Only this you do not eat, of those bringing up the cud and of those dividing the hoof. The camel, though it is bringing up the cud, yet the hoof is not dividing. It is unclean to you. And the hyrax, though it is bringing up the cud, yet the hoof is not divided, it is unclean to you. And the hare, though it is bringing up the cud, yet the hoof has not divided, it is unclean to you. And the sow, though it is dividing the hoof and cleaving up the cleft of the hoof, yet it does not bring up the cud, it is unclean to you. You do not eat of their flesh, and you do not come against their carcass. They are unclean to you. This you eat, all of which are in the waters. Anything that has fins and scales in the waters, in the seas, and in the brooks, them you eat. And anything that does not have fins and scales in the seas and in the brooks, of any teeming creature of the waters, and of any creature which lives, which is in the waters, they are an abomination to you. Indeed, they are an abomination to you. You do not eat of their flesh, and you detest their carcass. Anything that does not have fins and scales in the waters, it is an abomination to you. And these you detest of the bird. They are not eaten. They are an abomination. The eagle, and the bearded vulture, and the osprey, and the kite, and the falcon after its kind, every raven after its kind, and the ostrich, and the nightjar, or male ostrich, and the seagull, and the hawk after its kind, and the little owl, and the cormorant, and the great owl, and the water hen, and the pelican, and the Egyptian vulture, and the stork, and the heron after its kind, and the hoopoe, and the bat. Every teeming creature which is flying, which is going on 4 legs, it is an abomination to you. Only this you eat of any teeming thing which is flying, which is going on 4, which has legs above its feet, to move with them on the earth. These of them you eat, the locust after its kind, and the bald locust after its kind, and the cricket after its kind, and the grasshopper after its kind. And every teeming thing which is flying, which has 4 feet, it is an abomination to you. And you are made unclean by these. Anyone who is coming against their carcass is unclean until the evening. And anyone who is lifting up their carcasses washes his garments, and has been unclean until the evening. Even every beast which is dividing the hoof, and is not cloven-footed, and is not bringing up the cud, they are unclean to you. Anyone who is coming against them is unclean. And anything going on its paws among all the beasts which are going on 4, they are unclean to you. Anyone who is coming against their carcass is unclean until the evening. And he who is lifting up their carcass washes his garments, and has been unclean until the evening. They are unclean to you. And this is the unclean to you among the teeming things which are teeming on the earth: the weasel, and the meroid, and the tortoise, or large lizard, after its kind, and the gecko, or ferret, and the chameleon, and the lizard, and the snail, and the mole. These are the unclean to you among all which are teeming. Anyone who is coming against them in their death is unclean until evening. And anything on which any one of them falls in their death is unclean. Of any vessel of wood or garment or skin or sack, any vessel in which work is done is brought into water, and has been unclean until the evening. Then it has been clean. And any earthen vessel into the midst of which any one of them falls, all that is in its midst is unclean, and you break it. Of all the food which is eaten, that on which comes such water is unclean, and all drink which is drunk, any such vessel is unclean.
Today's reading from the New Testament, Mark chapter 6, verses 1 through 22. And he went forth from there and came to his own country, and his disciples followed him. And Sabbath having come, he began to teach in the synagogue. And many hearing were astonished, saying, From where did this one hear these things? And what is the wisdom that was given to him, that also such mighty works are done through his hand? Is this not the carpenter, the son of Mary, and brother of James, and Joseph, and Judas, and Simon? And are his sisters not here with us? And they were being stumbled at him. And Jesus said to them, A prophet is not without honor, except in his own country, and among his relatives in his own house. And he was not able to do any mighty work there, except having put hands on a few sick, he healed them. And he wondered because of their unbelief, and he was going around the villages in a circle, teaching. And he calls near the 12, and he began to send them forth 2 by 2, and he was giving them power over the unclean spirits. And he commanded them that they may take nothing for the way except a staff only, no leather pouch, no bread, no brass in the girdle. But having been shod with sandals, and you may not put on 2 coats. And he said to them, whenever you may enter into a house, remain there until you may depart from there. And as many as may not receive you nor hear you going out from there, shake off the dust that is under your feet for a testimony to them. Truly I say to you, it will be more tolerable for Sodom or Gomorrah in the day of judgment than for that city. And having gone forth, they were preaching that men might convert. And they were casting out many demons, and they were anointing many sick with oil, and they were healing them. And King Herod heard, for his name became public. And he said, John the Immerser was raised out of the dead, and because of this the mighty powers are working in him. Others said, it is Elijah, and others said, it is a prophet, or as one of the prophets. And Herod, having heard, said, he whom I beheaded, John, this is he was raised out of the dead. For Herod himself, having sent forth, laid hold on John, and bound him in the prison, because of Herodias, the wife of his brother Philip, because he married her. For John said to Herod, it is not lawful for you to have the wife of your brother. And Herodias was having a quarrel with him, and was willing to kill him, and was not able. For Herod was fearing John, knowing him to be a righteous and holy man, and was keeping watch over him, and having heard him, was doing many things, and hearing him gladly. And a seasonable day having come, when Herod on his birthday was making a banquet to his great men, and to the chiefs of thousands, and to the first men of Galilee. And the daughter of that Herodias, having come in, and having danced, and having pleased Herod, and those dining with him, the king said to the girl, ask of me whatever you will, and I will give it to you. Today's reading from the Psalms, chapter 30, verses 3 through 9. Yahweh, you have brought up my soul from Sheol. You have kept me alive from going down to the pit. Sing praise to Yahweh, you his saints, and give thanks to the remembrance of his holiness. For a moment is in his anger, life is in his goodwill. At evening remains weeping, and at morning singing. And I have said in my ease, I am not moved for all time. O Yahweh, in your good pleasure you have caused strength to remain for my mountain. You have hidden your face. I have been troubled. To you, O Yahweh, I call, and to Yahweh I make supplication. What gain is in my blood, in my going down to corruption? Does dust thank you? Does it declare your truth?
Today's reading from the Proverbs, chapter 6, verses 9 and 10. Until when, O slothful one, do you lie? When do you arise from your sleep? A little slumber, a little clasping of the hands to rest.